Hi guys, welcome to MoonChild Serendipity Tarot. So today we will continue with the readings on predictions for the next 6 months for BTS members, and today we have Taehyung's reading. We're gonna look at the current energies of surrounding Taehyung and within him as well, if we can, and then we'll try to use that to predict what's coming for him in the next 6 months. So from now until the end of 2021. We've got the tarot cards here as usual, which will give us the messages, details, stories, what we need to know, what we're about to know. And then we have the oracle cards to clarify the messages or give us some more additional details. And then we can shuffle this together as usual to find out if there is anything that we might have missed from these cards. So let's start with the tarot cards. So we open it up with the Empress. So already a really strong, powerful start. And the Devil. I like this energy. It's coming on really strong. 6 of Wands. Okay. What I can see from this 3 cards is like the next, very soon, like within the next 2 months. Whatever it is that Taehyung has been working on, he's gonna put it out there. I would say it's mixtape, and I know that we have a comeback coming right now, but I guess he will release his mixtape either just before or just after the album, and that is something very unlikely, or maybe that's something that is not thoroughly approved by the people, like by the consultants or the bosses, whoever, working with the schedule. Like, you know how they always try to calculate when, what, how to maximize the profits, because let's be honest, they're running a business over there. But that's not Taehyung's concern. Like, the devil is the ego right here. It's like he's like, I don't care, I want to release this now, then I will do it now. And one of the things that I feel really grateful for with BTS is that they have the freedom to do whatever it is that they want, even if it's against the advices. They are not obligated to do anything. They are advised to follow this certain route or something, but it is their choose. They have the freedom to choose whether or not to follow those advice and consulting services, whatever. What am I talking about? But yeah, the devil right here is like, no, I'm gonna do it my way. If I want to do it now, I do it now. He's like, I won't wait any longer, and I really like that. Look at it, he's like arrogant. No, but he's very confident, and he's in control, and he's like, he can be a little bit mean, like, I don't care about what other people will say. If I want to do it, I do it. It's the ego that's speaking here. It's not a bad thing when it's accompanied by the Empress and the 6 of Wands, because the Empress is like someone who's very, very compassionate and empathetic, understanding, very gentle, but also very powerful. Like, she rules with emotions, and she rules because people love her and people believe in her and people trust her to follow. And that she has the respect from people. So I think even if Taehyung chose to go against the advice that he was given, that he is still very much supported and respected by the people that's working for him or with him. I don't see any opposing or suppressing energy here. There's a lot of freedom and the sensation of winning. You let this little mini feeling when you, I know that people say I shouldn't do it, but I'll do it anyway and I will win. You know, like, Taehyung does have that cheeky vibes about him. He was like, you don't want me to do it? I will do it, and I'll prove that I can do it better. That's kind of energy right there. Now I have 6 of Wands, which is like a card of victory. He's obviously been very pleased about it, and the battle is behind him, whatever it is. I guess surrounding Taeyong's mixtape, there would be a lot of talk, a lot of planning, a lot of like scheduling, trying to organize stuff, because we know that once Taeyong drops his mixtape, it's gonna be like it's gonna blow up. It's gonna be a big deal, and it can influence a lot of like charts or this sort of achievements. So and it's like financial gain, sales, and blah blah blah. You know, because it's very much awaited, and Taeyong has like arguably the one that has the most fans among BTS, and we are always very supportive of him, almost to the point that we are aggressive about it. But Taeyong doesn't care about how much money he would make with this mixtape, or like not. He doesn't care that much. All he cares about is how he feels about releasing it, and how people would feel listening to it, what it would become to people. It would become a gift to people. That's how he wants it to be. So he doesn't care if the backstage people frantically try to scram like schedules and organize things in order to maximize profit, benefits, whatever. He doesn't care about that much. He's like, I feel like this is the right moment and I want to do it now. Then he will do it now. And this is the card of victory, so it doesn't matter when he will drop it. It will be a big success. Like, it doesn't matter. It will still be. It's like, you know how the success that is promised to Taeyong's mixtape is gonna be granted to it anyway. It doesn't matter when, before, after the album, or anything. It's just promised to him. That's what it is. Now we have the next card. See, the Wheel of Fortune. The Magicians are in reverse. We're having a lot of major arcana uses. Yes, the energy is definitely really strong, and there are a lot of people involved. But I still see like the thread. Like, Taeyong is the one in control here. Then we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So what I see with these three cards that go like moving on from here, the Wheel of Fortune is just another proof that whenever it happens at the right time. Like, whenever Taeyong chooses to drop his mixtape, it is the right timing. It's the perfect timing. It doesn't matter if he changes his mind so many times, or if the plans change, or anything. When it drops, it's meant to be dropped at that time, and everything will work accordingly. And I think Taeyong would not realize it until it happens. But the time that he chooses to drop his mixtape is the perfect timing, and then he will be very grateful that he chooses that moment. Yeah, and then I think right after dropping it, he would start working on the new things like immediately. It's just like he has a lot of things that he wants to do, but somehow with the Magician in reverse, resources, the time, the schedule, the availability of things are kind of limited. Like, Taeyong's hands are tied after the release of this, even though he has the inspiration or the urge to do it, he doesn't have the best condition to do it just yet. And I also think that he would be kind of worn down, or how you say it, drained emotionally and energetically after the release of his mixtape, and also the release of like the official comeback of BTS. I think around October, Taeyong would be kind of like really drained, so that there are things that he wants to work on, but he's not 100% ready or 100% available to do the things that he wants. I think it's fine if he decides to take a little break after, around that time, and like build up his emotions or recharge. And then for the end of the year, we have the Five of Cups in reverse, Eight of Wands. Now we have Four of Pentacles. Right, so we were talking about recharging and taking a break, right? And kind of like spending time with himself, or like being easy on himself. That's what I see with this Five of Cups in reverse. It's like Taeyeon would understand the limitation that he has to face within himself and outside of him as well, like conditions and environment and availability of resources. He would come to understand that, okay, I'm drained at the moment, I need to recharge, I need to rest, I need to rejuvenate myself. And I don't think he feels like needing a break is a burden, because a lot of the time it's very much easy to think that you're not good enough when you feel like you need a break. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes people like BTS, they would just blame themselves for wanting a break because they would feel like, I haven't done enough. What have I done to deserve a break at this point? But I think Taeyeon would not. He would not fall into that stage. He's been doing this long enough to understand that when he needs a break, he needs a break, and that is the important pause to recharge himself, to like rejuvenate his energies and to charge with this Eight of Wands, because with Eight of Wands it's a lot of passion, it's a lot of motivation, it's a lot of inspiration, things happening really quickly, like ideas will flow into him, like flood into him, to the point that it could be overwhelming. And also there will be a lot of opportunities, there will be a lot of offers, collaborations, people will be offering hands, like helping hands, or offering resources to him to do whatever that he wants to do. Things will happen very, very quickly around October, I would say. And then he would have what he needs to work on his things by the end of the year. Like we can see it here, like he would start considering, analyzing the resources that he has, what he can keep, what he doesn't want, or what he can work with, how he can work with those things. I think he will get really serious with his new project by the end of the year, which is we might see some kind of sneak peek around his birthday, because I think this Four of Wands, or Four of Pentacles, also sometimes indicates like keeping things with themselves, but like revealing a little bit for other people to see and to build the anticipation, you know. Alright, I think that's it with the tarot cards. Let's have a look at the oracle cards. We have, your dreams needs a practical plan. This is what it is. This is right here. Like the Magicians in reverse, the Knight of Cups in reverse. He definitely has things on his mind that he wants to work on. But as I said, he's tight with limited resources around this time. But that's why he needs a practical plan. He needs to rest, and he needs to recharge. He needs to make his connection. He needs to open up to opportunities in order to collect the materials that he would need to build the plan for his dreams. And we have Hold Your Vision. This is also great. I think it would fit around it, and I think this fits throughout these readings, because even with this, as we talked about, the ego and what Taeyeon wants to do, that he will do it. It's also about like holding your visions, and doesn't get swayed by advices from people in a respectful way, and in a constructive way, I guess. And throughout this reading as well, like how the visions to his dream and his values and what he believes in, I think that's pretty clear. So let's have a look at this card. We have embraced in between. This is interesting, isn't it? The same energy with these cards here, like the in-between stages, the in-between projects, the in-between changes. It's talking about the pause that we mentioned before. Like we need to, in between, how you say it, in between races, we need to rest and we need to give ourselves the rest we deserve so that we can start fresh and so that we can start at a better stage. And then we will have open to infinite possibilities, Starfish Spirit. This is also amazing. I think it pertains also to the energy of the end of the year, like when the Eight of Wands happens. There's a lot of inspiration, possibility. There's a lot of offer and opportunities that's coming for Taeyong around November, December, and it also like, how you say it, untangled the energy of the magicians in reverse, because once Taeyong is open to possibility, he is no longer tied to the limited resources and the limited availability that is happening here, right? So let's shuffle this to see if there's anything else that we might miss. It's coming for Taeyong in the next 6 months, from now until the end of 2021. Okay. Ooh, we have power. This is, I think this is totally here. This is like the power. Taeyong has the power to do whatever that he wants. He's determined. If he wants to strike, he strike. Nobody can. I mean, people can advise him to what seems better in their opinions or according to their analysis or whatever. But Taeyong's like, I feel like if it's right, it's right. I would do it. Like Taeyong's very much the one who acts on his intuition. And it's unexplainable to a lot of people, but it would make sense to him, and it would manifest into something great, because it would manifest into something great, because with the Wheel of Fortune here, and also I always say this about Taeyong, he's really blessed and he's unique. So the way he thinks and the way he goes about his life is very much different from a lot of people, and the way he's blessed is also different. So even when people say that, oh, he's different, then it is what it is. He's different, but then that doesn't change the fact that he will accomplish a lot of things. I mean, if you dare to go in a different way, you will achieve different things. To other people, that the people that doesn't dare to go on their own way would never come close to what it is that Taeyong can accomplish by himself, because he thinks outside of the box and he doesn't follow the trail of other people. And the last one we have transformation. I think this is kind of like the predictions that you can move on from this energy, like after the end of 2021, moving into 2022, Taeyong would go through like an energetic transformation. I think that would start with the work that he would like to start. But I feel that this is very much in the future. It is just something that can be seen from now, but it's kind of like far away, and because because it's the butterfly, so I kind of see things fluttering and like fluctuating, so things will change, but definitely there is like big transformation on the cards for Taehyung from the end of this year moving into 2022. So yeah, that's all that I have for the readings predicting the next 6 months for Taehyung. And yeah, what else am I gonna say? No, that's it. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and thank you so much for being with me. I hope, what did I say? I hope that you stay safe and stay positive wherever you are, and I will come back with the reading for Jungkook, and we will finish this series here. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye!